My name is Farcher. I supervise the connective tissue department. Connective tissue is some of the most unique types of injuries to handle because when someone is involved in a car crash and they're seriously injured, they break their femur, there's no dispute that that injury is caused by that traumatic event. When you're dealing with connective tissue type injuries such as neck, back, knee, and shoulder, those are injuries that generally take months to develop. And so there's usually a dispute on the side of the insurance carriers as to the causal connection between those injuries and the traumatic event. My sons often ask me, I have 3 boys at home, and they often ask me, "What do you do, Dad?" There are times where I'll explain it to them in a way that makes sense to a 6-year-old, which is I tell them, we're Robin Hood. We go and try to get money from these wealthy insurance companies that don't want to give it up and bring it to these injured people who are at home and cannot afford to pay medical bills or are out of work. So what I really enjoy about working at this law firm in particular is the client contact, the people that I interact with, being able to help someone who's probably going through one of the most difficult times of their life and actually shining some light on the process and showing them that it's not that scary or that intimidating and there is a path through it and a way to get through all of this together. When I get a new client, the things that I like to do are reach out. That first phone call or that first meeting I find is the most important. It's that first impression, whether it's the client getting an impression of us or us getting an impression of them. I want to get to know them. I want to hear their version of events, how the injury, how the crash occurred, how the incident occurred, whatever it might be. There's always more detail in that than anything else I can get from a case review or an investigator. So it's a face-to-face or it's a telephone conversation if that's not possible. It really is a, unique combined effort together. When you represent someone, you have to understand their point of view, what they've been through, what they know that I don't, having not lived their experience. When I set out to go to school, I actually had never really intended to be an attorney. I had actually planned to fly jets for the Navy. I was waiting to go to the Naval Academy, but I broke my femur and got disqualified. So I ended up in law school instead, and it turned out to be probably the best mistake of my life. I love the job that I have now. Outside of being a lawyer, I snowboard. I've been doing that for a long time. Once a year, I try to take a trip with some of my oldest friends to a new location where we go snowboarding. And probably the thing that I should talk about the most and what really defines me is I got a beautiful wife at home and 3 sons. And my wife is an incredible anchor that allows me to focus on this here while she manages everything at the house and also still has an incredible design business and works outside of the home as well. In my previous law practice life, I worked in a place where I didn't actually have any people as clients. And so what I enjoy about this job is 2 parts, and they're uniquely different. Number 1, I have actual real clients, real people who are going through difficult times, and I enjoy helping them navigate that system. And also the people that I work with, the coworkers that I spend my day with. We have an amazing group and almost an amazing family in that connective tissue department.